York. Freedom Tower. Thinks he's gonna pass under there. That's Brooklyn over there. Tony! Tony! It's better like that. These people are going from Staten Island to Brooklyn and vice versa. The tugboat is going to escort this guy through. It's easier to see like that. He's going to escort him through. Make sure he doesn't damage the bridge. Be careful here, don't damage that Verrazano. Be careful with the bridge. Hopefully all those goods are not from China. New York Harbor. These platforms are all that remains of gun batteries from the late 1800s and 1900s. The oldest layers, made mostly of granite, supported the South Cliff Battery here during and after the Civil War. 9 15-inch diameter rodmans, the largest cannons of their time, lined this hillside in the 1860s. Battery looks like bacon. The upper concrete layers was built in 1899 as part of the Fort Endicott's defenses that replaced the South Cliff Battery. This battery held 3-inch diameter rapid fire guns that, along with similar guns at nearby batteries, Turnbull and Barbour, were designed to attack swift destroyers or minesweepers attempting to dash into New York Harbor. None ever tried. Here's a map of Fort Wadsworth and South Cliff Battery in 1890. Endicott period batteries at Fort Wadsworth are 1890 to 1910. South Cliff, Fort Wadsworth, and New York Harbor in the 1880s from Appleton's journal on the right. Tell that guy, oh, something. I'm in the battery right now. We're gonna fire on the British. Those communist fucks. Oops. This is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, because it's a narrow point across the harbor where that boat just crossed. And there's the battery. The gun spun around here. See the gun? Traverse left and right. Traverse left and right to fire at the British guns. I mean, ships that may have came through the harbor, but they never did. The Verrazano Narrows and the battery. Bridge area, I think it went by track into the battery. Yeah, it looks like it's in disrepair, but that's where it was stored. And then there's a track that led to the guns. This is Battery Weed. Begun in 1847, this granite structure was finally completed during the Civil War. Its four-tier design allowed up to 116 guns to skip cannonballs across the Narrows. However, by the mid-1860s, bigger, more accurate guns could destroy a stone fort like this. Compromised, it became obsolete almost before the last stones were laid. First named Fort Richmond, often an earlier New York State built fort on the same site. It was renamed in 1865 for Brigadier Major General James Wadsworth, who was mortally wounded at the Battle of the Wilderness. In 1902, the Army post was named Fort Wadsworth, and this fortification renamed Battery Weed for Brigadier General Stephen Weed, killed at the Battle of Gettysburg. The historic resource preserved is a remnant of the military's period highlighted in this timeline. 1794 to 1807, first defense systems, like a block horse. Okay. Second defense system. This is inside of the battery. See the guns there. We don't have a personal tour since there's no ranger, but the guns would face outside and fire at the enemy guns outside in the harbor. It's currently under lock and key, so need to have a park ranger escort us there. Like the sign says here, it says ranger-led tours only. Oh, Tony. Excuse me, Tony. There's good old New York. And the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Whoa. Just to walk along the shoreline at Fort Wadsworth. With all the splashing seawater. Holy shit, splashing heavy. As the waves crash. This one's all jacked up. Wow. It's like all the kids tagged everything up. There's the battery. Aforementioned battery with in the foreground of the Verrazano Bridge. There's Tony boy. Hey Tony. Tony. I should have did this in landscape, but it's hard to see the bridge in landscape. The bridge is kind of tall, so it's better to film it. I filmed it in vertical because of the height of the bridge. Is there any fish? That's where we just walked from. Along that walkway that goes here from the battery, from underneath the Verrazano. Then there's Brooklyn in the house. Yeah, in the house. There's Brooklyn in the house right there. And then Manhattan. It's hard to see. I can't see on my screen. I don't know about on your end. There is Manhattan. Somebody's speedboat. Oh, there's that ship from earlier. That thing across the way there is the, I think it's called the Belt Line. I don't know. It's Brooklyn. You can barely see it. There's some cars driving on it. Just wraps around Brooklyn. See the cars driving on it. Beautiful scenery here at Fort Wadsworth.